Hey there, it's 8:38 and 8:38 p.m. Friday, beginning of the Labor Day weekend, and the beginning of the holiday weekend, and the crowds inside the rental car center for this late at night are insane. I feel bad for everybody waiting in line at Dollar and Thrifty, because Dollar and Thrifty has been out of cars for hours, but everybody's busy. There's Budget. Well, everybody except Sixt. I still don't know what the hell Sixt is. I mean, I know they're a car rental agency, but I don't think they have a floor here. But yeah, I've never seen this place like this, and that's just the one side. I'm not even going back towards the side where Hertz is. Hertz has cars, but not very many. But yeah, I'm heading down to Dollar Thrifty, just wrapping up my lunch break. So with it being this busy, I actually couldn't get and stay on Wi-Fi. My internet is almost non-existent using Mint. I didn't even try my hotspot with Assurance Wireless. I'm sure I'm depreciated to the point of oblivion with as many people are packed in this building right now. So from what I've been told, there are flights that have been canceled, so people are stuck here. I just had a guy come up to me. I was chatting with a new girl working over at the sandwich spot, and some guy came up with his wife, girlfriend, whatever, in their luggage, and he asked where they would get a shuttle to Tucson. And I'm like, I don't know. Is anybody in this building that would know? And we're looking over, and there's like an information booth, and they're already shut down for the night. And my suggestion to him was to take the SkyTrain over to Greyhound. I think he's a lot more likely to find information about shuttles and ground transportation over there than he is here in the rental car center. I'd walk over and give you all a tour, but yeah, I gotta get my ass back to work. Here's a maintenance car, F-stop. That means it needs preventative maintenance, most likely an oil change. I finished my shift. It is 10:36. I clocked out right at 10:30. I've never seen anything quite like it was here tonight. Now, I was told this is normal for Friday night. I feel like I worked one other Friday night. I don't remember being like this. I'm attributing it to this being a holiday weekend. I don't know how the other companies are, but very, very out of cars. Everybody's out of cars. I spent the last, I don't know, probably half hour of my shift on foot, bringing up cars for Dollar Thrifty from their clean area. And it's not like a really long walk from the rental counter outside to where the lot is, but it is down a couple flights of stairs. Generally speaking, people don't do that on foot. I don't mind. I enjoy it. I enjoy walking. I've always enjoyed walking. I initially went down there looking to see if there were any maintenance cars down there, and there was one, but when I got down, I saw that there were 3 clean ones that were ready to go up to be rented, and I knew how many people were waiting in line inside. That was just insane. I also knew how ooh, there's somebody sitting in the left turn lane, and he didn't get an arrow. What's up with that? Screw that red left arrow. I hate that there's red left arrows in places like this. There's complete visibility of oncoming traffic. There's no need for it. That's all right. I've got other routes. I'm not sitting at that light. So yeah, I went downstairs. I saw there were 3 cars. I'm like, well, may as well bring them up. And I go up to where I would normally put it. It's a Chevy Malibu, and I find it amusing. Dollar Thrifty considers that to be a quote-unquote full-size sedan, which takes me back to when I owned my cab company, and the majority of my taxis were Chevy Caprices and Chevy Impalas. Those are full-size sedans. I had a Malibu. In fact, my Malibu had a name. It was the Thunder Duck. I'm not sure how it got that name. Somebody had painted that on it before I bought it. I thought it was hysterical, so I left it on there. And we colloquially referred to it as the Duck. I would just drive the Duck. I forget what I paid for that car, but it was next to nothing. Like, I don't know, $300-400, something like that. And it was hideous. It was hideous looking. It had like no exhaust system. Like when I fired up, it was like bam, 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 bam. Like it had no muffler. It had like part of the exhaust header, and that was it. But it ran. And at the time, I had a guy, because I had a cab company. I used to own a cab company called Express Cab, in case you've never heard me mention that. And I had a guy that was my muffler specialist. He had a little tiny muffler shop up in Deer Valley. And anytime I needed anything muffler related, he did it. And this guy was down to do stuff that a typical shop wouldn't do, such as, hey, can you take all this crap off of a junk car and bolt it onto my taxi so I don't have to pay for new stuff? And he'd do it. And he'd charge me a really reasonable rate. He'd weld stuff up. I mean, he just did amazing work for rates that worked well for me. And yeah, when I had a chance to buy that 78 Chevy Malibu, the Thunder Duck, I was like, I don't think I'll have any problem getting this handled. And I went to one of my regular junkyards that I went to, a place called McIntyre's. I don't even know if it still exists, but it was at the river bottom on 24th Street. The best thing McIntyre's used to do for me is if I went there to buy something specific, if they were holding like a used motor for me or a used transmission, which I'd have to pay for that. They gave me good deals on them, but I mean, I had to pay for them. But if I was going there to get that, and they were pulling it out of a wrecked car for me, they would let me go into the yard with a pickle bucket and grab any used brake pads that I want. Because that's not a part that they sell. Nobody wants to put used brake pads on their car, right? But I would go around the yard, and at a junkyard, you'd be surprised how many brake pads end up there on cars that are barely used. And I would grab every brake pad that had 3/4 of the pad or more still on it, throw them in the pickle bucket. I quit buying brake pads. That's what I did regular maintenance on my car. Every car I had was scheduled for bumper-to-bumper inspection every 2 weeks. It was time for an oil change. We did an oil change. It was full brake inspection. Check all the belts, check all the hoses. And yeah, if the used brake pads were getting too thin, we threw more used brake pads on it. They all came free from the junkyards. That was after Checker and AutoZone caught on to the fact that my lifetime warranty brakes were going on vehicles that were commercial vehicles that were getting insane mileage on it. They're like, yeah, our free replacement warranty doesn't cover commercial vehicles, dude. Like, okay, sorry, my bad. But anyway, I got sidetracked on that. But what the hell was I talking about? Used cars, pickle buckets, and brake pads. Wow. Oh my gosh, what a night. So my friend Malika has been messaging me, said she wanted to go out and do karaoke with me tonight, and then she kind of stopped messaging me. I was hoping she'd come pick me up because, I'm really not wanting to drive my car with its transmission problems, with its overheating problems. And she got not a new car, but a new-ish car to her a few months back. Every other time we've ever gone out, I've been driving her. She didn't have a vehicle, so I thought it'd be kind of cool if she came to pick me up, and then she could drop me off. It hurts, I can drive my car home, but I don't know what happened to her. So on that note, I'm just headed to the Wander Inn. I'm always happy just singing at the Wander Inn. I get ideas of songs to sing when I'm driving in the rental cars. And I'm not sure if I've explained this. I think I probably have. But I kind of have... Wow, that is not a parking spot. That guy's literally stopped inside an intersection.
doing. That used to be a busy intersection. There used to be a traffic light there. But it used to be, if you turned right, it went onto the one, I can never remember, it was the 143 or the 153 freeway. One of them still exists, one doesn't exist anymore. The other one is now 44th Street, and it's also where the SkyTrain tracks are. But before they built the SkyTrain, that would take you onto that little mini freeway, which would take you down to University Drive, across from Yellow Cab. Anyway, now it doesn't go anywhere, so that intersection, not much to it, but it's still weird for somebody to be sitting there like that. Dang. So, as I was saying, my train of thought is just shot today. Saying something about my taxi cabs, and now I forget. And deals I got at junkyards. It's completely escaped my mind. Oh yeah, the Thunder Duck. Anyway, I went down there one time and I asked if I could just pull the entire exhaust system off of, and that's another thing that people don't buy at junkyards. Nobody wants a used muffler, right? But yeah, I'm pretty sure it was McIntyre's just let me completely take the entire exhaust system off of an old wrecked car. And but yeah, my muffler guy put it together with some other piping, and that was a good car. And it didn't have any working air conditioning. I never bothered to fix the air conditioning on it. The body was a little dinged up. It was primer black with pink paint that said the Thunder Duck, or maybe it just said Thunder Duck. I remember it was just obnoxious. It might have been pink nail polish. It was obnoxious. And it wasn't pretty to look at. The interior was really ratty, but that thing drove like a dream. Had a 305 V8 in it, and in a car that small, it was a sleeper. It didn't look like anything that would be fast and fun to drive, but it totally was. And there's something to be said for driving a car that is just so trash that you don't care if somebody hits you. People get the fuck out your way. They do. I had a Chevy Malibu and several Caprices and Impalas. Caprices and Impalas are full-size sedans. A Malibu is a mid-size sedan. But that's what's considered a full-size sedan with dollar. So anyway, I'm coming up with a Malibu, and I'm going to park it with the full-size sedans, and I'm realizing that the entire dollar lot, other than the one row of luxury vehicles, the entire rest of the dollar lot is just empty. Where the mid-size SUVs go and where the sedans go, which are usually what I'm parking, and also the area for the full-size SUVs, all of that is just empty. And I'm trying to find the signs that says what line goes where, and I'm realizing, at this point, why am I even parking it here? There's a whole buttload of people that are probably waiting, ready to fight over this car. Let's get some fight over a rental car action. And I rolled up, and yeah, the one gal, I don't think I've heard talk to her before. Really cute Latina. She's like, "Hey, is this available for rent?" I said, "Yeah, I just brought it up." I said, I'm maintenance, but I knew you guys needed cars. I said, you're gonna bring up what's down there. She's like, "Oh God, thank God." She goes, Are there any more?" I said, "Well, there's one more sedan and a small SUV. So that's it." So I'll go get them for you. And I did. But yeah, that's kind of how I ended my night. Just bringing the cars directly for her, and I just left them next to her, idling with the air on. I figured as long as those people had to stand outside waiting for cars, the least I could do for them is give them the opportunity to sit in a car that's already got the air on and is already nice and cool inside. And it's not hot like it's been lately, but that storm last night brought a lot of water into the area, and it is very humid and very muggy right now. So yeah, not the most comfortable thing to be standing outside waiting for a rental car in. Yeah, and then when I brought the last one down, they had just brought another Malibu. I think the other full-size sedan, if I remember right, was a Toyota Camry. I brought another Malibu. I brought that up. I got a feeling I'm just parked in a handicap spot. You know, I'm not sure if it is or not. But I'm gonna be a nice guy and let that spot be available for somebody who has mobility issues. Anyway, I'm here. It's time to sing some karaoke. The one song I heard tonight that I really, really want to sing, it was on, I don't know, some random oldie station. As I was trying to explain, when I get in a car, what I do is I just immediately turn it on and I flip it to radio. And if a song comes on that I like, and my tastes in music are literally all over the place. If something comes on and it feels good to me, then that's what I listen to. I don't have time to go searching through the dial. I'm going to be in that car for 2-3 minutes, 4 minutes tops. May as well enjoy what it's giving me. And it's always so random. But at one point I heard the Cascades. I think the song's called Listen to the Rhythm of the Falling Rain or something like that. It's one that goes, listen to the rhythm of the falling rain, telling me just what a fool I've been. And I haven't heard that song in ages. I love that song. That kind of made my night. So, well, my afternoon was after I heard that. But yeah, I want to sing that. I don't think I've ever heard anybody sing that song here for karaoke. And it's fun to surprise people with what I sing here. There's so many people just like most karaoke bars, they sing the same, 3-4 songs all the time. Some people have to sing 2 songs all the time. So when I take the mic, I kind of want to surprise people. So anyway, it's time to go play Rockstar. Thanks for watching.